Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here, and this is qualifying for race number 3 in the 2020 NOFSRL Haas IndyCar Series. And we're in store for a pretty good one tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern, right here, right over there on Napa Fan. We're on the NOFSRL channel now. The Fort Worth 125K, first time ever this race is going to be run under the lights. And it should be a wild one, and we set the starting lineup. The pole sitter will receive a championship point. Should be a good one. We had that wild race at Lime Rock last week, and now we completely switched things up again. Another super speedway for these drivers. But a little bit different than Indianapolis. Well, actually a little bit faster speeds than Indianapolis. A higher banked racetrack, a tighter racetrack, and tomorrow, 2 days from now, I don't even know what day it is anymore. 2 days from now, Saturday night, Real Life IndyCar comes here. So that's also pretty dang awesome. We're going to have a good one tomorrow night here for the Fort Worth 125K on the Haas IndyCar Series. Race number 3. Noah Clifton, first driver to complete a lap under speed. Now, with it being a super speedway, you're definitely going to get a better lap if you have a bit of a tow behind somebody. And those drivers who get a bit of that draft, they are going to have the advantage here in qualifying. Not entirely sure how the race is going to play out for these guys, because it's not going to be the full-blown cycle race that we saw last year here at Texas. And in that race, this driver won. Thomas Troxell defending Fort Worth 125K race win. Not only that, the race is actually 10 laps longer than it was last year, so that's going to add a little bit into it. We'll also have a pit stop, so going to be more like an official race. But we're definitely looking forward to see how it all goes down. There's Thomas Troxell shooting right to the top of the board. Had that toe off of Mitchell Collins ahead of him right there. And that will put him to the top of the board. But Mason Brown, who's trying to rebound after failing to qualify for the Indianapolis 250 a couple weeks ago. He just went to the top of the board. Troxell is in the second position. Then you got our defending race winner, Chase Harris, who grabbed that race victory at Lime Rock Park. Definitely put his name into the record books here in the Haas IndyCar Series. His first career Napa Fan win, got the advantage on Marty Johnson to take home his first career win. And not only that, that put him up in the championship standings as well. So he comes in 22 points behind our points leader, Thomas Troxell. Oh, we got a wreck! Owen Miles and Peyton Hamilton got into each other. Well, we'll just step away from that for a while and just pretend we didn't see that. No cautions during these practice sessions, so they're just going to run right into him most likely, but in all honesty, it doesn't really matter. The time is what stands, no matter how many times you wreck in the practice session. Now, in the race, that matters, but not as much in qualifying. But how about Thomas Troxell? Points leader, finished in the third position at Lime Rock last weekend, finished runner-up in the Indy 250, 84 points towards the championship, 15 ahead of Indy 250 winner Nicholas Samadio. And we'll try to see where Nicholas Samadio is in the field. He's somewhere. There he is. Luke Rainey has just gone to the top of the board in the number 1 machine. And now Mitchell Collins and Nicholas Samadio moves up to second. But Collins, with the toe off of him, now Mason Brown going to the top of the board. And Chase Harris going to second. But Mason Brown for Hair Gel Autosport. You know, Hair Gel had a great weekend last weekend. Let me tell you that. His driver, Owen Miles, won in the Turkey Hill Series, and he went on and won the Chick-fil-A Cup Series race at Kansas. Of course, 2 days from now, Chick-fil-A Cup Series is at the Portland International Raceway. We're definitely looking forward to see what the 37 can do in this one, because it looks like Mason Brown has a rather strong race car. Of course, in the Hers Dash Series, Mason Brown has been that guy who's trying to creep up on Eric Monaco, and we saw earlier today that it just didn't work out too well for him. And odds are he's not going to win the championship. Still has a shot over there, but didn't work out too well. Of course, he failed to qualify for the Indy 250, but does not mean he's out of the championship hunt in this series yet. Of course, we have 14 races left to go in this season, so we're just getting started here in the Haas IndyCar Series, and a win here at Texas would definitely be huge for the driver of the number 37. Right ahead of him, Cole Speed going to second, then Mitchell Collins, Max Anderson, and Chase Harris, the top 5. Dale Lightning in 6th, the 21 machine. Cole Speed just went to the top of the board right there, getting a toe off of Thomas Lipscomb. 21 machine is Nathan Faden. He's currently in the 7th position. Then you got the 23 machine of Noah Clifton in 8th. Thomas Lipscomb in 9th, and Nicholas Samadio in the 10th position. But it truly is anybody's race when it comes to tomorrow. 52 laps, 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Napa Fan. It'll be a great one here from the Texas Motor Speedway. And we're definitely intrigued to see how it's all going to play out for these guys. We're in store for a good one. Texas has always been one of the most exhilarating races on the circuit for the Haas IndyCar Series. It's going to play out a lot differently than what we've seen in past years, but that's not to say it's going to be a bad race at all. It's going to be a good one. Obviously, you can tell these guys are going pretty darn fast around this 1.5 mile racetrack. Fastest time, 23.347. That's how many seconds these guys have gone around here. In the Chick-fil-A Cup Series, I think they run about 28 second lap times here at Texas, so these guys are going almost 5 seconds quicker than the Chick-fil-A Cup Series does. So it's going to be intense tomorrow night. That's all I got to say. We're definitely looking forward to see how it all plays out. It looks like the lap times have kind of solidified out. Garrett Zenor went to 8th. Luke Rainey is up to 4th now. Great run for the 2017 champion. Locate Luke Rainey here on the racetrack. He's somewhere. There he is. Right behind Nathan Faden there. Great run for him. Nathan Faden is 5th quickest right now. In the 5th position, obviously, because he's in 5th. Not even thinking about what I'm saying. If you watch qualifying and you hear this, comment, I watch qualifying. God bless you if you do. Luke Rainey just went to the top of the board, and he had help there from Nathan Faden. 23.310, 23.314 out of those drivers. Some pretty fast times out of those guys, and that could be a pole position for driver number 1. 1 point towards the championship for driver number 1. If it stands, still have 3 minutes left in this session. These guys run a 10-minute session to set the starting lineup. Take a look through the field. We got Marty Johnson up to 7th in the number 75. Thomas Lipscomb is now 3rd, and Mason Brown is 4th. Garrett Zenor is 5th. Cole Speed, Marty Johnson, Noah Clifton, Mitchell Collins, Jordan Lopez, the top 10. You can see Lightning, Anderson, Tristan Allen, Chase Harris, number 9 machine of Nicholas Amadio, Justin Zaidel, Christian Master, Thomas Troxel, the 12 of Igor Barreto, and then the 20 machine driven by Davey Johnson. I'm still getting used to the drivers. Not doing too bad here. 62, Francois Chastain. Davey Johnson just got shoved down to 21st. I think someone moved up a position. Don't think it was inside the top 10. I think it might have been the 38 of Owen Miles going to 18th there. Then Francois Chastain, 22nd. 93, Buck Hover. 28 machine of Matt Tuck. 11 of Peyton Hamilton, 27 Audra Baranowskis, 34 Nathan Stapleton. Of course, Stapleton definitely wants to rebound after what happened to him last week at Lime Rock. He was going to win that race, but overshot turn 1 and ended his day early, which gave way to the great battle we had between Chase Harris and Marty Johnson for that one. 48 machine of Andrew Miller below him, then Josh King and John Andrews. That is the full field as of now with a minute and a half left to go here in Fort Worth 125K qualifying in the Haas IndyCar Series. Luke Rainey in the number 1 with the fastest time so far for King Motorsports. Nikolai Sykes, the owner of this team. Of course, the 2 owners who have won so far this season, Logan Williams and yours truly. Otter Island Motorsports winning, going 1-2 last week at Lime Rock. Made his owner pretty happy. Definitely made their owner pretty happy, I'll say that much. That was a fun battle. That was a good race. I mean, we had such an excellent race at Lime Rock last week. It definitely exceeded our expectations, and I think that's just a sign for what this season's to come. We have such a stout field. I think Chase Harris has definitely solidified his spot as being a solid driver. And then you got guys like Andrew Miller, Tristan Allen, who haven't been in the Haas IndyCar Series that much, but they have a lot of experience elsewhere. And then you got veterans of this series like Nicholas Amadio, Davey Johnson, Audra Baranowskis, Christian Master, Jordan Lopez, and obviously Garrett Zenor coming back to racing. He's in this series as well. Igor Barreto, Matt Tuck is here, Marty Johnson, Justin Zaidel, so many different drivers. And you got all these first-timers as well. One of those drivers being Chase Harris, who won last week. Such a diverse field when it comes to experience. it's definitely going to be a great season here for the Haas IndyCar Series. Of course, we're going to be taking a week off next week because of the Junior Johnson Memorial Shootout from North Wilkesboro. We'll be returning 2 weeks after this race at Riverside for Napa, Indy, California. Originally, it was going to be Road America, but due to the fact that they moved Road America to mid-July, we wanted to coincide with that. So we switched out Riverside and Road America because Riverside was the weekend that they moved the real-life Road America race to, so it was a pretty easy switch for us to do. Riverside doesn't even exist anymore, so we really don't have to worry about that coinciding with another event, in real life at least. So with that, Road America is going to be after Richmond and Auto Club, I'm pretty sure. So it goes Riverside, Richmond, Auto Club, Road America. I think those are the next races. I think Portland is after Road America for these guys. Portland is the Chick-fil-A Cup Series race you'll be seeing Saturday at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And I think that's all I got to say. Luke Rainey's going to win the pole for this race. Great job here in qualifying for the 2017 champion. Looking to get back in that championship form. It's been a while since he's been full-time in the series. He was off last year, racing Indy 250 last year, but hasn't been full-time in the series since 2018. Of course, Luke Rainey driving number 1. He's a past champion. Doesn't mean anything in this series. We don't use the number 1 reserve for the champions in this series like they do in real-life IndyCar. But Luke Rainey, number 1 is number 1 with 1 bonus point towards the championship here for the pole in the Fort Worth 125K. There are the rest of the results right there. Andrew Miller, 29th, and Josh King, 30th. Take a look and see if we got any ties, and surprisingly, we only have, I think, one of them between Peyton Hamilton and Dale Lightning. We'll have to see who's got the advantage in the points once we set the lineup for tomorrow. But either way, other than that tie, that is how the lineup for the Fort Worth 125K. Luke Rainey will lead us to the green flag here in the 3rd race of the season in the 2020 Haas IndyCar Series. Thank you guys so much for watching, and at 8:30. Which is probably just around the corner for you guys, we got Turkey Hill Series action from Iowa. Pretty good race, I might add. 16th race of the season for those guys over on NetFan. Thank you guys so much for watching. Congratulations to Luke Rainey, and I will see you guys later.